Hello and welcome to another installment of Excalibur CCG's Talking Comics, our weekly show where we cover the big books. Coming up this time, it'll be for Wednesday, August 8th, 2018. We are your hosts. I am Mark.
I'm Olivia.
And we are personally located in the Shreveport store, but we also have a store in Texarkana. And if you need directions or need to contact us for anything, you can go through our website, excaliburccg.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, where you'll find addresses, phone numbers. You can message, however you want to do it. Also, GeekCon still coming up, August 17th through the 19th, coming up very fast, almost here. We will be there. We have tickets still on sale. Or for sale, not on sale. Saturdays 20, weekends 25, and that's all we have here at the store. And anything else you will have to go to their website or get it at the door. Kids 10 and under free, and over that won't be just a regular adult ticket. No kids tickets this time. With that all said, let's dive in to the big books for the week. I guess I'm starting it off. This is from Boom Studios, from writer Matt Kent, usually pretty good. Tyler Jenkins, Matt Kent, Tyler Jenkins, I guess they're each doing a cover. This is Black Badge number 1. These guys were the team for Grass Kings, and they're reuniting for this ongoing series so far. This is about an elite branch of Boy Scouts tasked by the government to take on covert missions. Among their organization, the Black Badges are the elite, the best of the best. They are feared even by the other badges. The missions they take are dangerous, and they will only get worse as their leaders' attention is split between their mission objectives and tracking down a lost team member who disappeared years ago, presumed dead. A haunting look at foreign policy, culture wars, isolationism through the lens of kids who know they must fix the worlds that adults have broken. Very common themes around literature through the years, but it sounds pretty fun, and that's a good creative team.
From Lion Forge, DINOSAUCERS. So you got like aliens and dinosaurs.
Yep, I guess so.
Number
Alien
1
dinosaurs.
coming out with Michael Uslan and artist and cover artist Andrew Peepoy. Reptilian has found its sister planet, Earth, complete with water, fauna, and a billion pieces of, all caps, meat. The Voyager has been peacefully traveling through space for years when unexpectedly it's attacked by an alien, laser-shooting space shuttle. The attackers? Fully evolved, advanced humanoid dinosaurs who destroyed their home planet and are now on the hunt to commandeer a new one to expand their empire.
Okay, I want to say, I swear this was a cartoon at one time, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm sure there's several dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Aliens versus dinosaurs.
I remember something like that, maybe in the early 90s or something, late 80s, I don't know. Andrew Peepoy used to do stuff for Marvel, and I have not seen that name for a long time. That's good to see that name again, doing some work here. Alright, next up for me is the big, huge one. The big, huge one from Marvel Comics.
As big as the Thing.
As big and bigger than the Thing by himself. This is Fantastic Four number 1. Came out earlier in the month than I was expecting. I was expecting to milk it, them to milk it until the last part of the month, but they're throwing it out there the second week of the month. This is Dan Scott. 100,000 covers, Scotty Young, Art Germ, tons of covers. We won't have the Art Germ covers though, because you have to order a ridiculous amount to get them. But we will have some of the variants. Because you demanded it, the world's greatest comic magazine is back, and this is big because this is FF back at Marvel, finally with the comic book again, and then with the news of, the Fox Disney deal being approved by all parties. They'll be jumping into the cinematic universe probably in the next few years. So this is just big stuff, man. Since the end of Secret Wars, there's been a gap in the Marvel universe, a void no other team can fill, and it's time for the world to move on. But can it? A life-changing decision by the Thing, a momentous declaration by the Human Torch, a clarion call to arms that summons Doctor Doom, and a signal in the sky that heralds the return of hope to the Marvel Universe. All this, and Alicia Masters adopts kittens. So cute. Plus the Impossible Man. And there will be a couple of backup stories, I think. And it's a big book. All kinds of good stuff going to be in there. I got faith in Dan Slott and Sarah Pichelli. I mean, it's a great creative team. Sarah Pichelli, the regular artist on the book.
And good old Various.
Yes, and good old Various. Yes. Main covers by Assad Ribic, which I don't really like, but it's.
But there's definitely.
But there's tons.
Covers.
There's going to be a lot of covers to choose from if you don't like the main cover.
And if you like them and you want a fancy box to store them in,
yes, we do.
Box with them.
We have a Fantastic Four comic box.
It's got 2 covers, one on each side. It's pretty
One's
cool.
Kirby and one's the Assad Ribic cover. So just turn to Kirby so you can look at that all the time. So that's good, man. FF is back. It's good to see. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to read it. And on to the next.
Okay. Hey Kids Comics #1. Watch out, it's not for kids. By Image. Howard Chaykin, writer and artist, with cover artist Dan Cameron. Series premiere. Hey Kids Comics. Oh, okay. It uses 2 exclamation points.
Yeah, in between.
Hey Kids Comics.
In there.
Takes its cue from nearly a century of turbulence and triumph, despair, and drama in the comic book racket. Artists and writers, con men and clowns, gangs and gangsters, I think.
Probably.
Or ganefs.
I don't know what
and
that
gangsters.
word is. I've never heard of that word.
Well, I mean, you got leaders.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ganefs and gangsters create the foundations of today's biggest entertainment business, or at least the tail that wags the dog. Some of it really happened, and the names have been changed to protect the innocent and guilty. Although in the end, everyone was guilty of something.
So this sounds like a little history of the comic business as Howard Chaykin knows it. And yeah, anything by Howard Chaykin is not going to be for kids, so don't let the title fool you. Next up for me, from Dark Horse, Predator Hunters 2, #1. This is from writer Chris Warner and artist Augustin Padilla and Mirage Minon, and Andy Braze is the cover artist. From the islands of the South Pacific to the mountains of Afghanistan, the hunters go wherever the predators appear, even if it's a war zone, and into conflict with a mysterious government group hunting the same prey. Despite the casualties suffering during their first mission, the Predator Hunters are on the prowl again. So I take it this is a sequel to Predator Hunters 1. Not sure how many issues this is. It does not say, but they're usually 4 and 6. So.
Okay, so here's the other big one.
Yes.
Sandman Universe #1. Okay. Apparently it was written in several newspapers.
Yeah, they've.
Wall Street Journal and everything.
Yeah, they're covering the heck out of this. This is big.
It's a big paragraph, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got C. Spur and Various. That's Various. Bill Quiz Evely and Various. And then cover artist Jay Lee. From the mind of New York Times #1 best-selling author Neil Gaiman comes a world filled with dreams, nightmares, and wonderful characters living together in a shared universe for a new story unlike anything we've ever seen before. I guess you see stories. I mean, I think it's a story. Oh, I guess it's a comic book. You see it. Okay.
Sure.
Well, a rift between worlds has opened, revealing a space beyond the dreaming. Meanwhile, a book from Lucian's library is discovered by a group of children in the waking world where it should not exist. Lucian calls for Matthew the Raven to seek out their master, Daniel, Lord of Dreams. As Matthew flies through the waking world, and others, he finds a young boy named Timothy Hunter, who, in his dreams, has become the world's most powerful magician, but in his nightmares, he is the world's greatest villain. A new house has appeared in the realm of the dreaming, a house of whispers, with its puppeteer, a fortune teller called Erzuli.
Looks like it.
And elsewhere, Lucifer has fallen again, only this time he might be trapped in a hell of his own design. Spiraling out of the special issue will be the 4 all-new series set in the Sandman Universe. It all starts here.
Okay, and those will start, I believe there's 2 starting in September and 2 starting in October.
I think so.
And I mean, those 4, Books of Magic is one, Lucifer's one, House of Whispers is one, and is it The Dreaming, I think maybe is one? I can't
I
remember
don't
for
remember
sure.
the last one.
But yeah, 4 titles spinning out of it. Had a lot of people signing up for it. You can sign up through the website. You can message us through Facebook if you want to get on this stuff. Very exciting stuff. Very bigger. I mean, Sandman, was always big, but now it's like it's branching out and getting huge. So should be fun stuff. Looking forward to all that. That is the big books for the week. All the number ones. There's of course more stuff coming out as always, and it's a 5-week month, I think, so it's going to be spread out a little bit thinner. This last week wasn't as huge as the last few have been, but always good stuff coming out. And now we can slide right into the current back issue of the week. And I guess since you did the last book, I'll start us off with this week. I'm doing another trade collection this week. This is Avengers Defenders War. This was Avengers 115 through 118 and Defenders 8 through 11. This came out when I was a kid. It was the first big crossover that I ever read, and I think it was actually the first really big crossover that Marvel ever did, like as far as that many issues and all that. I know they had done a couple of one-and-ones, but this is basically Loki and Dormammu. They're trying to find the evil eye, which Dormammu is going to use to pull the Earth into his realm so he can be the master. I'm sure Loki had some kind of, swerve to go with that, but they basically trick the Avengers and Defenders into finding the evil eye, and they wind up, of course, fighting each other. It's a big epic story. It's goofy, fun, superhero stuff and all that. Of course, they realize that they're being duped, and they team up and beat Loki and Dormammu at the end, but very fun story. I couldn't wait for the next, chapter to come out when I was a kid. They kind of went back and forth with Avengers and then Defenders, that kind of thing. But all kinds of talent on it from back then. Fun stuff, good read, and we have it here at the shop. And it is $19.99 for the whole collection. And if you're interested, you can buy and order one.
Okay, so for current books, I got The Seeds. Number 1 just came out. The whole book is kind of like mono-colored.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not quite one shade, and it's not black and white either. It's got like a green tint to it,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. They've got lots of things talking about bees, because they're trying to grow these seeds, which I can't talk a whole bunch about the specific seeds, because I think that's a spoiler kind of thing.
Okay.
But the world has become so electronic and technological that a group of people have decided we don't want to live here anymore. Why don't we designate a zone B, for zero technology? And it's kind of the relation between those two groups and 2 other planets.
Oh, interesting. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's one that I want to read. I haven't had a chance to yet, but it looks very intriguing. All right, well, there you have that. That's our current and back issues of the week. No big news that I can think of. I've been kind of browsing the boards and all that. I haven't seen anything earth-shattering, so we're going to call it a show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Yes. Share your thoughts on the books for the week. What are you looking forward to? How excited are you about the FF coming back? Sandman Universe, that kind of thing. Any back issue recommendations you have. Other than that, we are done. You have anything to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, keep reading good comics, and we will see you next show.